So I've been pushing up some wargaming bios to my channel here, sharing the content, putting out some good ideas, hopefully good ideas. It's always been my hope with my YouTube channel, the destiny of my channel, to share with you ideas, feedback, what I'm playing, how I'm playing it across the various systems that I enjoy, in the hopes that not only will I get feedback that I'm going to incorporate, and I've got some amazing Battletech feedback, I really appreciate it, but also just to give you some ideas that hopefully in the community you'll incorporate into your own game. You'll refine. You'll cut down on that learning curve. You'll play Battletech or Warhammer 40,000 or Chain of Command better than I ever have. And I thought it would be good to, in addition to pushing up some of these tactics, which I've been sharing, share with you a little bit of my bio, my gaming backgrounds for the various systems I enjoy, just to kind of make that connection so you can discover my player personality, because it's like, who is this Fritz guy playing Battletech? So Battletech was interesting because it's one of the longest games, war games, that I have been consistently playing, yet at the same time how it's manifested on the tabletop has been vastly different when compared to, say, something like historicals or something like Warhammer 40,000, or even going on the role-playing side, D&D. So I started out with the classic City Tech box set. I didn't even jump into Battletech, because in the bookstore there was City Tech. It had that stalker just kind of blasting through the city, and you had some infantry and other mechs. So ironically, jumping in, not only the rules of Battletech, which can be a little bit challenging to understand. I mean, YouTube is great now because we have so many tutorials and tactics and things that we can look at and develop that checklist of how to play. And certainly the presentation of the rules through Catalyst and the starter sets is absolutely fantastic. Game of Armored Combat is one of the strongest starter sets, not only in the franchise, but also compared to other wargaming systems. I mean, the box does a really, really fantastic job of presenting the rules. But jumping into City Tech, where now we also have building rules and structures, and we're incorporating tanks and infantry, it was kind of a lot to navigate. And I won't say played Battletech solo, but initially in picking that up and then moving into the regular Battletech box set, these were the box sets with the cardboard standees and the hex maps. A lot of those early games were just figuring out what the heck is going on. And then from there, bringing in a couple of my friends who we were playing Warhammer 40,000 at the time, bringing them in to play Battletech and getting that feedback. And most of our early games focused exclusively on the mechs. We put together a lance, usually just on tonnage, not even battle value. There's no right or wrong way. And we'd play it out. We'd see how we could go. Ironically, being a wargamer, most of my Battletech career, most of my early Battletech experience was not only exclusively with mechs. We didn't even get into Total Warfare Combined Arms, but it was with the standees. And I kind of ranked Battletech up with some of the other Avalon Hill titles that I enjoyed, playing a hex map. Web and Starship from back in the day was one of my favorite games. We just lived and died Web and Starship, and literally just the copy disintegrated. We'd play Nighthawks, Star Frontiers, the spaceship combat. So I was used to hexes and cardboard and lots of charts. Battletech seemed kind of natural. What I loved about Battletech then, and I continue to love now, and what pulls me in, yes, the narrative, but the fact that the combat, every war game is a simulation. And the Battletech combat, the narrative, really simulates the fact that you're in this giant war machine and you're pushing out massive amounts of damage, but you're taking massive amounts of damage. I mean, think about it. Your arm could get blown off. You go to internals. The leg gets damaged. I love the idea. I love dishing it out, but not so much receiving it. That as your mech gets more and more crippled, you're running that internal calculation in your head. How much more can this machine take? How much further can I push it? Just how far can I go? Or is now the time to withdraw? It captures that very, very well and very, very fluid. At some point, I made the jump to miniatures. And it took me longer than it should have been. Again, this kind of idea of Avalon Hill and hex games. But we realized, hey, we can start getting into miniatures. And at that point, I still play on the hex maps from time to time. But the jump with the miniatures, where now bringing in a wargaming table, let's just play this on a regular wargaming table. And at that point, once you kind of unchain yourself from the hex maps and you have the scope of a big table, well, naturally you're like, let's do 2 lances, let's do 3, let's do vehicles, let's do tanks, let's throw everything in there, to the point now where a lot of my Battletech games are massive, massive games. Ironically, the Battletech culture and how I've played, it contrasts Warhammer 40K, where Warhammer 40K, the social element, being part of a big gaming club, going to events, regularly playing at the store, I would say very public, forward-facing experience of wargaming. Battletech was a lot like DBA, DBN, Napoleonics, a core group. Over the course of the years I've been playing Battletech, friends have dropped in and out from playing, some come back, but it's always been a very much like, hey, you want to get some Battletech in this week, and getting together one-on-one and playing. So I found it to be a lot more relaxed and a lot more of an intimate experience, just having that connection and playing with the same friends over long periods of time. And in doing that, really allowing us to explore some different missions, to explore some different campaigns, to try out different play styles. So the evolution of my wargaming tactics in other gaming systems has been influenced by Battletech tremendously. I mean, of course, Warhammer 40K has influenced Battletech. Wings of Glory, some ideas, has influenced how I utilize fast-moving units in other systems from that perspective. That's there. But Battletech was always kind of something that I would regularly play, like in the corner of the store or in a friend's basement man cave. And it's always been an active part of my life, sometimes behind the scenes, sometimes not always there, where Warhammer 40K was more forward-facing, I should say. So it was an interesting complement between the two. I'm excited for Battletech right now. As of this bio, Catalyst is going to be releasing updated models. I mean, this is really the golden age for Battletech, because everything's been updated, everything's been refreshed. We have not only Inner Sphere, but Clan. Clan, everything re-imaged, redone. You can go for the classic metal miniatures. You can go for the older sculpts. You can go for the brand new plastics. We have the amazing Game of Armored starter set. Just the activity boosted by YouTube and Facebook and various social platforms. Battletech is stronger than it's ever been. And I'm looking forward to continuing my Battletech journey. And I'm looking forward to having it influence not only the tactics in my direct games, but again, spilling over and thinking, I did this in Battletech. Tactically, I don't know, could we do the same thing in this gaming system? Or can we pull in this idea or this type of list in another gaming system? The consistency of Battletech in my life offering that cross-pollination.